All right, this is our series on figuring out compression ratio. So your compression ratio, we're just going to CR equals piston dome volume plus head gasket volume plus cylinder volume divided by cylinder volume. And then you're going to need to add or subtract your deck height. In this case, we had a plus 0.005 deck height, meaning the piston's sticking up 5 thousandths over the top of the cylinder. So what I'm doing there, since I already know that, I'm just subtracting, when I go to figure out my head gasket volume, I'm going to subtract 5 thousandths from the head gasket, which is 30 thousandths. So that'll give me a 25 thousandths head gasket when I figure out the head gasket volume. And then you need to subtract your valve pocket dimensions from the piston dome volume. Or if you're using pop-up pistons, you need to add that piston dome volume to them. And really that's about it. So head gasket volume plus piston dome volume plus cylinder volume plus cylinder head volume. I forgot that one. Or your cc's from the heads. In this case, it's 62 cc's plus, man, I can't remember. I got it written down somewhere, but I can barely see today. So I have to go do this shit inside where I can see a little bit better. But good news, I'm having eye surgery Wednesday for the cataracts. So hopefully that'll help out. It should. According to them, it'll help out, and I believe it will. I got glare like crazy. But anyway, that's it for that. I don't know if you can see this or not. So piston dome volume plus head gasket volume plus cylinder volume plus combustion chamber volume or cylinder head volume. And then your CV number, that too, you have to add in the cylinder volume plus the cylinder head volume to do it. And that's going to give you your compression rate. And all you're measuring is, you're taking the volume of air. You're just figuring out the volume of air from this piston moving from the bottom up to the top and compressing it into basically the head gasket and the cylinder head, plus or minus your dome or deck or whatever is gonna all it is how much you're squeezing from the cylinders, pistons all the way down till it's moving all the way to the top. Then it's got to squeeze that amount of volume into this chamber on the head, and that's it. It's important to know, or it is to me. It might not be to you, but it's important to me to know that. That being said, we're doing this as cheap as possible, so if I was really doing this motor up, I'd be getting different heads. I'd be getting bigger valve heads and probably using 11-to-1 pistons in here, and different cams with some more lift and a little bit different timing specs than what we got. But you know, you're talking about putting, you know, $1,500, $1,000 into a, you know, a bike that ain't worth probably $2,000, if that, probably $1,500. No, I'm not doing that. So anyway, it's good to know this stuff. Like I said before, this applies to damn near any internal combustion engine that applies to. Generator motor, lawn mower, motorcycle, car, truck, airplane, whatever. Any internal combustion four-stroke engine especially. Although it is important on two-strokes too, you're just measuring a little bit differently on a two-stroke. We'll just say reciprocating piston engine. It's important to know. Now, how much compression can you run? Well, there's a lot of factors on that, and a lot of what are you doing with it? You know, air-cooled motor on the street. I'll put it to you like this: on these Sportsters, I've run them with stock cams, which are socky at best, the EPA cams. I've run them at 10-to-1 for years and years and years, for over 30 years, and never had a problem with them, ever. On pump gas. That being said, I have run them as high as 12-to-1. Actually, I've run a couple at 12.5-to-1 on air-cooled Harley motor on the street on pump gas. But you know, different situations, different prep, way different cam timing. So actually, your static compression ratio is a little bit different than your cranking compression ratio, which builds the different power characteristics, you know, and prep. You know, most of that stuff I would do a moly coating on the skirts and ceramic coating on the top of the pistons for something that's really high compression. And then I'd do on the cylinder heads too. I'd do ceramic coating on the heads of the valves, and on the combustion chamber in those, and usually on the exhaust ports as well. That's just a spray-on stuff. Use a little detail gun to spray it with. And when I was doing it before, it was you had to oven cure it, so you'd spray them and stick it in the oven for so long at such a degrees and cure it. And I guess they have air cured stuff now where you just spray it and it cures by itself after about a week, I think is what they said. I'm not doing it to this. It's not in the budget, but it is neat to do, and you can do it at home. In the future, I might do a video on it, might not. If I do, it won't be on this bike. Or maybe it will in the future. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, that's it for this. If you like my content, please like, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell, all that jazz. And everybody have a great weekend. Thank you.